Iran has said that nuclear talks with the United States will lead nowhere if Washington continues to demand a complete halt to Tehran's uranium enrichment. Iran's deputy foreign minister has said that enrichment is a national achievement for Iran and that Iran will not back down from it. Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi reinforced that message, saying that uranium enrichment in Iran will continue with or without a deal. Iran is currently enriching uranium to 60%, which is well above the 3.67% limit set by the 2015 nuclear agreement, but still below weapons-grade levels needed for a nuclear warhead. Tehran insists that its program remains entirely peaceful. Amid these tensions with the United States over Iran's nuclear program, Araghchi announced that a fifth round of indirect nuclear talks with the United States will take place soon, with the time and location expected to be formally announced by mediators in Oman. In a related development, Iran has said that it is ready to rebuild mutual trust with European powers involved in the 2015 nuclear deal, including Britain, France, and Germany. The three countries are weighing whether to trigger the snapback mechanism that would reinstate United Nations sanctions over Iran's nuclear activities, an option that expires in October. Let's listen in to what Iran's foreign minister had to say at a diplomatic forum in Tehran with respect to rebuilding trust with European powers.
در همین راستا ایران آمادگی دارد در صورت مشاهده اراده واقعی و رویکردی مستقل از سوی طرف‌های اروپایی فصل تازه‌ای در روابط خود با اروپا را نیز آغاز کند.
Meanwhile, a sharp war of words has emerged between U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Iranian Foreign Minister Araghchi ahead of the upcoming round of talks. Witkoff reiterated that any deal must include zero enrichment. Araghchi rejected that stance as unrealistic and accused Washington of sending confusing and contradictory messages. The upcoming round of nuclear negotiation will be the fifth highest level contact between the two sides. Let's listen in to what Steve Witkoff and the Iranian foreign minister had to say.
And I've delivered it. But on the other hand, we have one very, very clear red line, and that is enrichment. We cannot allow even 1% of an enrichment capability. We've delivered a proposal to the Iranians that we think addresses some of this without disrespecting them.
فکر می‌کنم ایشون از واقعیت‌های مذاکراتی کاملا بی‌روح است و غنی‌سازی در ایران ادامه پیدا می‌کنه. اگر که علاقه‌مند هستن که اطمینان حاصل بشه که سلاح هسته‌ای تولید میشه، ما برای این کار کاملا آمادگی داریم.
We have an international affairs expert joining us, Martin Saerait from Quito, Ecuador. Can you please take us back to what the key provisions of the 2015 Iran nuclear deal were?
So the key provisions were to allow Iran to keep going with its project, but giving the special guarantees to the West, to the US, that they will never use it for bellic reasons or will not be a threat to the West. However, Iran, we cannot trust Iran, or the US government can never trust Iran, since they have been proving that their goal is to destroy Israel, to expand their proxies through the Middle East, to expand their capacities. So the US is right now very concerned because right now Iran has reached more than 60% of enrichment, and they have already said they don't care about whether they have a deal or not. They will keep going, and I think this is very irresponsible, and this can be very dangerous for the region.
Right, and what led to the breakdown of the original deal back in 2018? So why did the United States under Trump withdrew from the JCPOA?
So basically Trump thought this deal was absolutely not balanced for the US interests. This deal was giving Iran a lot of economical strength by blocking the sanctions that the U.S. were giving, well, not all of them, some of them, and giving Iran the possibility of having a better economy and to keep going with its nuclear project. It is very dangerous for the region because, again, the U.S. is not trusting this regime, and we cannot trust in the West because this regime can be very dangerous for every democratic country in the region. And basically, Trump thought that it was very naive to help Iran to recover economically without having any guarantee. So that was the main reason.
And why does Iran continue to pursue uranium enrichment even though abandoning it could lead to improved relations with the United States?
Because this regime is not a democratic or even a sane regime. Like, as you said, any normal country in the world would give up on this project for a better economy for its citizens, for a better international relations with other countries and in the world. But this regime knows that they don't have the support, first of all, from its own people, and also the support from superpowers like the US. So this regime knows that they are dependent on this project. They are absolutely eager to have Israel destroyed. They have been saying this for a lot of years. They're not interested in any peace negotiation, in any treatment. They want Israel to be destroyed, and that's their deal. They love the war more than their own citizens.
Right, and given Iran's stance, is there still a realistic path to a new nuclear deal?
Of course, there is a possibility, but again, they will keep enriching it no matter what. So the US is concerned about this, and they want to make sure that if they reach a new treaty, this treaty will be enforced. This treaty will be giving all of the guarantees to the US and its interests. And this deal will absolutely give the exceptional guarantee and be 100% this won't be used for bellic use. However, again, under this regime, this is very unlikely, and this can be the beginning of something serious because the US is already taking into account starting bombarding the Iranian facilities. So this is a very concerning situation.
And how close is Iran to reaching weapons-grade enrichment levels at the moment?
So we know, as far as official information has been given, they are already in their 60% of the enrichment. However, it can be that they are even more advanced. Like a lot of intelligence has been saying that they are really close to get their nuclear bomb, including Israeli intelligence. Even Benjamin Netanyahu told people in the UN that Iran is very close to have their bomb. So the proximity of a nuclear bomb, we don't have the exact number, but it's very, very close, and this is very concerning.
Thank you, Mr. Martin Sa.